Sometimes movie franchises just don't know when to die. I think it's time to listen to Mom. Today, I'm Fireborn, and I'm here with my buddy Daz, and we're here to
Well,
a bit of a standoff. We believe that two different franchises here should just stop making movies. And today, it's Toy Story versus Fast and the Furious. I'm here with my stance that I believe that Fast and the Furious is no longer fast nor furious enough to keep going. And Daz, what have you got?
I'm honestly going to debate Toy Story, and the reason why is that Fast and the Furious. I'm just going to already hit you with the first point. Has already beaten this poor soul down so much that it doesn't even mean anything. But Toy Story still has a lot of meaning, so we need to cut Toy Story short before it ruins the franchise. I think every single film has been brilliant with Toy Story. Every single one is absolute gold, but I don't want a stain on that record. So my first point is that Toy Story should stop first. I keep making horrible Fast and Furious, but please stop Toy Story. Stop it now before it's too late.
Yeah, I have to stay on the other side of that, which is I believe that Toy Story still has stories it can share, and it's Disney, Pixar. So I mean, realistically, they could make a million stories that will completely and utterly shatter my entire childhood heart as they try to tell me a story behind a cowboy and an astronaut fighting a robot bear or whatever. But Fast and the Furious hasn't made sense since Tokyo Drift. Like every time they release a new movie, it's literally, we got a car, family, explosion. How did they come back from the dead? I'm not wearing hockey pants. You know, it's like they haven't even tried to realistically give us an idea of why the story is even going this far. How did they go from the first one where they didn't even know their own car parts in their own movie about cars to the point to where now they are street racers who have turned into cyber ninja astronaut guys who fly through tornadoes? Like, we're so far removed from a basis of what the entire series was supposed to be that please stop, save us.
I think because you say those points, because they haven't stopped. Remember, rest in peace, Paul Walker. But if they were going to stop, they would have already stopped, right? I think that they've already hit the point of past of no return, where at this point you keep going because there's no family is forever. But Toy Story has a nice opportunity to stop. Their window is now. Their window of the full cycle, because we have already gotten past Andy. We've already kind of passed the torch, even from the last ones, and we've kind of seen the very end of them. And to be honest, even with Toy Story, I worry about the next generation even being able to resonate with the toys, because they're not necessarily playing with toys as much. I mean, sometimes they're just on their iPads all the time. So the story has to have some sort of finality to it. And I think they could be more creative in Pixar, because they do a lot of great properties. Instead of just making sequels, just stop now. But like if I hear another Fast and the Furious, I kind of know the expectation, but I don't want to be disappointed from Toy Story by just hearing, oh no, it finally became a Fast and the Furious, right? I think we can put Fast and the Furious as like the hallmark of bad sequels at this point. They got some like decent ones in there. I agree with you, but with Toy Story, that's a whole different thing. They tug at the heart, like you said. I'm gonna use some of your words against you here and just say that Toy Story is a rounded out story. And I'll even argue that the most recent one was on the verge of not hitting the mark. So do we really trust that they can keep doing it? At some point, something is such a good thing. It's time. It's time to stop. It's time. Like literally the internet meme, you know?
Yeah, but think about it, man. We, of course, have children around roughly the same age. I mean, think
We
about
do.
when you first watched like your Toy Stories and these shows. These are these integral moments in like child film history. Like without movies like these, like Toy Story, I don't feel like that we could even be considering making some of these videos that we do, because they're just so integral to our childhood and things like that. And I feel like there's still room for them to connect with the old into the new, to give a situation where like parents like us and can take our kids to go see these things and kind of, carry on that torch. I swear The brain rot that Fast and the Furious is will never be able to carry that torch. I think that if it died right now, it would never have changed anything nor change anything in the future. I can look at the internet right now for Fast and the Furious 11, and there's a Fast and the Furious 12 that are both already scheduled. And one of the top questions for Fast and the Furious 11 is, will Paul Walker's Brian O'Connor return? I'm sorry, guys, but if this is the people who love this franchise and that is your question, please let this movie die.
I can give you that. It is incredibly disrespectful, the fact that they're still asking the question, can Paul Walker come back? Because that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. And if Fast and too many sequels is what it should be. But is it really? When, no, I don't even know if, does anybody even watch these movies anymore? Like, can we honestly say that anybody has watched every Fast and Furious film? That's one. My second point is, we know that everyone watches all the Toy Story. Now, it would be heartbreaking whenever we get to the point where we have way too many Toy Stories. I don't want to see 11 or 12 Toy Stories. I want to find an end to Woody and Buzz Lightyear. And maybe it is just one more, but then we argue. I'll say this. I'll give you one more sequel, and that's it to round it out. But with Fast and the Furious, you could tell me, like, they already got two more. I mean, I'm not gonna go see it. Haven't seen some of them already. I mean, I like Fast 5, and then some of the story just got so ridiculous and insane to the point where I'm numb to it. They've numbed us. That there is no. It's just it's scary how numb I am to it. It's like seeing something horrible. It's a car wreck. That's literally what it is. Yes, because it's the theme. It's the car wreck happening over and over again. I'm numb. I no longer have feelings for it, but I still have feelings for Toy Story. Still have feelings for Woody and Buzz. Can you say the same for Dominic Toretto and Paul Walker? Do you still have feelings for them?
No, which is why
gone.
it needs to die. These movies are single-handedly killing our cinema because they're the same ones that people are like, why doesn't the movie industry take chances on new movies? It's because these are the only things people watch. 11 Fast and the Furiouses.
Yeah, but could you imagine a staple like Toy Story becoming a Fast and the Furious? I think we'll do a better service by saving a franchise. This is great compared to one that's already far gone. You can't even argue that. This is already far gone. It's already done its damage. Let it just burn into the ground, but we can save something, right? Help me save Toy Story. Cave in, fire. Come on, you want to agree that I'm right.
I can't. I would happily see 2 or 3 more Toy Stories. I can't even find myself the gall to want to look up to see what happened in the last 8 Fast and the Furious.
That's a fair point. But do you want to have that feeling? And this is my final point, because I think we've kind of hit all the themes here. Would you want to have that same feeling about Toy Story? Or like, I don't want to look up the last 8. That's the theme I'm hitting here. And I think I gotcha. I'm not going to lie. You kind of beat me in the other one, but I feel pretty strong that I beat you here.
I mean, no, I would never.
Closing thoughts. Let you give closing thoughts.
I would never want Toy Story to get there. I just don't feel like Disney would ever let it do that. But God bless America, Fast and Furious is there. That horse is deteriorated. It isn't even beaten. It's not even dead anymore. That thing's a skeleton.
It's not even a horse. There's just a car with an empty shell.
Yeah.
Let's go back to the first Fast and the Furious when they said, let's give us a 10-second car, not a, or what was it, a 1-second car, 10-second car, not a 1-minute car. What that saying was? Somebody's gonna correct me. This is now a 60-minute car, or maybe 3-year car at this point. Like, it will never cross the finish line.
No.
That thing doesn't have tires, doesn't have an engine.
No.
It is dead. And there's plenty other franchises. Let's trust me. We debated 2 of the quote unquote beloved ones. But I want you guys to understand that Resident Evil has 7, Terminator has 8, Godzilla has 36, The Land Before Time has 14 movies. It's disturbing.
Yep.
So we debated 2. We want to ask you guys down below and comment. Let us know, which do you feel should end in terms of sequels? Outside maybe Toy Story, Fast and Furious. Let us know. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Appreciate you hopping in for these fun debates that we're having, and we'll see you all in the next one.